Hello everyone, welcome to J Who Crochet. I'm Reggie and this is Yarniversity. I wasn't sure I'm going to make it today. I seriously was thinking about canceling up to the very last second. It was a very strong inner debate. Just to be clear, for those of you who do not know, I live in Germany. I have been living here for the past 10 years. However, I was born and raised in Israel, and if you haven't watched news or if you've been maybe living under a rock for the past week, things aren't good there at the moment. So I've had a very, very, very rough week. I've pretty much been glued to the television screen. It has been hard. Yeah, I haven't given much time to YouTube this week. You guys may have noticed if you follow my channel or if you follow my schedule, maybe you've noticed that normally there are 2 videos a week and the Yarniversity on Sundays, and this week there was only 1 video during the week. That was a video that was already filmed and edited a while ago, so I just posted it, but I could not for the life of me give any time this week, not to filming and not to editing, so I hope that you all understand that. I want to say hello to everyone who did join me today. Welcome. We will have a class today just as planned. While it might be a little shorter than normally, just because, it's very hard for me to step away from what's going on right now. It's very hard for me to break apart from all that drama. So, yeah, I was really thinking about maybe postponing this week's class, but it was really up until the last minute debate. So I hope that you guys will be understanding about that. And thank you to everyone who during this week thought of me, sent me positive energies and prayers. That does mean a lot to me. I really was absent from a lot of regular YouTube live chats that I go to or attend, because I really couldn't do it. But the ones that I was in, people were very nice, saying that they've seen the news and thought of me. It meant a lot to me. So thank you all for that. I want to welcome everyone who's here. Like I said, I see that we have a new member, Stephanie. Welcome. So cheers to Stephanie, everyone. Thank you for joining the membership program. And I'm sure that all of our other members in the chat will greet you with the appropriate emojis. So cheers and thank you for joining. And I saw that Dana was here before. I don't know if you're still here, but hello, Dana. Welcome in. And Lisa is here, and Doris is here, and Debbie. Wonderful to see you all. And we have John Wright, who says Angela Wright. Oh, so maybe it's Angela, and she's writing from her husband profile. How are you doing today? You're doing fine. From Columbus, crocheting for 8 years. Just learning how to knit. Well, welcome in. You are very welcome here, Angela. This is Yarniversity. It is a once a week live chat class. For those of you who are new here, the class itself, the actual learning part of the live chat normally begins about half an hour in. So if you're watching it on replay, or if you're new here and you don't understand what's going on, for the first half an hour, I normally talk about things that happen through the week, things that have to do with the channel. I welcome our new members. I shout out a few people who made different things using my patterns. I show you guys what I've been working on, and then we get into the class. So if you're not interested in all that stuff in the beginning and you're here with us right now live, then you can, go to the toilet in this time or grab yourself a drink. And if you're watching this on replay, you can always skip ahead about half an hour. That's where the actual class begins. If you're not sure if you're here live or if you're watching it on replay, look on top of where the chat is on the side of the screen, or if you're on your phone, it might be under the video. And if it says live chat or top chat, then you are with us live. And if it says live chat replay or top chat replay, then you're watching it on replay and you can skip ahead to wherever you want. Hello to Catherine from Little Vicious Stitches, and hi Dee, welcome in. Love you too. And thank you, Debbie, for your prayers. And hello to Toro 8 Star and Hopeful Crafts. Hope Mahoney, hi, and Mocha is here. Welcome in. And hello to Jax. Hi, good morning, Jax. I have a picture of yours to show in a second. Yeah, Debbie, thank you for the reminder. If you're just coming in, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. If you're interested in joining our membership program, then the little join button next to the subscribe button, if you press that one, it will tell you everything you need to know in order to join the membership program, and members of my channel get special perks that other viewers and subscribers don't get. So if you're interested in that, that's a little join button. And if you cannot see the join button, in the description box below this video is a direct link that will take you directly there. It says something like join this channel to enjoy special perks, and if you press that link, it will take you there as well. Lizzie says she was actually thinking about me this week, but didn't want to seem like you're prying on my personal life. Thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't feel like anyone is prying. I actually very much appreciated it. Everyone remembered me when they saw the whole chaos. I personally am not there. As you guys know, I live in Germany at the moment, but my entire family is still in Israel. My brothers with their families, my mom and dad, all the rest of my family, and my friends. So they're all still there, which makes me very, very, very anxious at this time. Yeah, it's on my mind the whole time, so if I seem a little out of sorts today, you guys know why. Hi Angela, welcome. I have to write you an email later on. Thank you, Doris, that means a lot. And I'm happy you're feeling better too, Jax. Hello Trudy, welcome in. And hello to Gail. Thank you for joining today. And Christy's here. Hello, Christy. And Alice from Crafty Chats Cafe. And Hannah is joining us. You're lurking and learning. You're very welcome to do so. And hello, Vera. And I think I caught up with the chat. So if you are new here, as I've said, Yarniversity is a live chat/class, and we are today on part 5 of our design workshop. If you missed parts 1 to 4, you can still watch them. They are back on my channel. If you go into the playlist tab on the channel, you will find the whole Yarniversity series there, and you can catch up with all past classes. But today is part 5 of the design workshop, and it is the last part of the design workshop, and next week we will already have a new topic to talk about. Yeah, but if you missed any of the previous parts and you want to watch them, they are available on the channel and you can do that. This, as I said, is a live class, which means most of the time I talk and I don't interact with the chat, and every once in a while I jump back in the chat to read the comments and reply to them. So if you wrote something and I didn't read your comment, I'm not ignoring you, not on purpose anyway. And if I have missed your question once I did went to the chat and read the comments, you can just write it again and I will answer it then. But this is not like a hi, how are you doing kind of chat. This is a live class. I'm here to give out information, and so I do not, once the lesson actually starts, I interact less with the chat unless when I ask a question or when I look to see if someone has asked a question while I was talking. So please don't think that I'm ignoring you or being rude in any way. Hello, Lacey. I've been on your thoughts this week. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I don't feel like it's prying at all, but I do appreciate it that people recognize I'm going through a hard time, even though I'm not there. I mean, obviously the people who are there are going through a harder time than me, yeah. But I watch it on the news. It's very, very hard to watch. I watch the Israeli channels, so I don't know where you guys live. Whatever you see on the news is probably whatever your local media is showing, which is probably, even though it's very bad, probably not as bad as what they show on the Israeli TV, which is the channels that I watch are the actual Israeli channels. I have a special add-on on my TV where I can watch a TV from Israel, and I also follow the Israeli news websites. So believe it, for the people who live there, they get it live on the screen 24 hours a day. So it's very hard on me when I cannot step away from the TV. It's very, very hard for me to step away from this. But thank you all for your prayers and your positive thoughts, and it means a lot to me. Jana is lurking while clean up after your son's birthday party. Oh, congratulations to your son. Happy birthday. Cheers to Jana's son. How old is he today? Let us know, and happy cleanup. Okay, so let's get to things that happened not personally this week. Crochet and channel related things. So exactly, Stephanie, that's exactly how I feel. I feel really bad that I cannot be there, with everything that's going on in the world. I cannot even travel there at the moment. So it's very, very hard to watch from afar and know that they are there and I cannot do anything about it. It's very, very hard. But one positive thing that did come out of this whole situation is because I have been pretty much glued to the TV the whole week. I've been crocheting up a storm because, I need to keep myself doing something while I watch the news, and because I'm all stressed up, crochet goes very, very fast when you crochet angry. It's like angry crochet, like so I've done a lot, way more than I normally do. So at least, one positive came out of it. So actually, I currently have two separate patterns in testing, which will come out in writing once the testing is finished. If you're interested in joining one of those tests, you still can. So the first test is for a Mommy and Me baby poncho, which I think I showed you a picture of last week, but I'm not entirely sure. And I for the life of me, cannot remember where I saved it now, so I will not show it again. But it's a Mommy and Me baby poncho. It's a poncho that the mother wear, and it goes over the head of the baby when he's sitting in the baby carrier. So the poncho actually covers both the mother and the baby in the baby carrier, and keeps both of them warm. And so it is a poncho pattern that is available already on my channel as a video tutorial, but I have written down in written form, in an adjustable written form, like I always write all of my patterns, and this is currently being tested. So if you are a person who has kids in the appropriate age at home and would like to test this pattern for me, then definitely contact me via email or Instagram or Facebook, message me. And let me know you want to test. I will send you the pattern so you can work on it. I currently have 2 testers working on it. I would love to get some more, but I need the testers to be people who can later on take pictures of the poncho being used. So they have to have children or babies in the right age that still sit in a carrier, or have access to people who have children that age. So maybe if your daughter had just had a baby, or your granddaughter just had a baby, or your next door neighbor or your best friend, and you can make this poncho and then have them try it on, then you're more than welcome to test. So if anyone's interested in that, contact me. The second pattern that is currently in testing is the new sock pattern, and some of you may have seen a picture of it already on Instagram. This is the Chester's Mill socks. They are crochet, of course. This is the first one that I did as a prototype. So the yarn that I used, the main color here is called Birds of Paradise, and it's by Little Vicious Stitches. Catherine, hi Catherine, she's here in the chat. And the contrasting color that I used is from Dire Wolf. So some of you may have seen me unbox those yarns in different videos, and those are the yarns that I've used. And this is the new sock pattern that's currently being tested. And this was the prototype, so the first one I did, and then I had to write the pattern down. So for that, I had to make another pair so that I can write the pattern while I'm doing them. So this is the second pair that I have just finished. And here, the main colorway is Gods Like the Sun. It's also a Little Vicious Stitches yarn. And the contrasting color is Night Bus by Whisper Crochet Barb. So these are also all hand-dyed yarn, and this pattern is currently being tested. If anyone here in the chat is interested in joining this test pattern, then again, you can message me, email me, or message me on Instagram, or message me on Facebook, and let me know that you want to test. If you are interested, I still have 2 more spots in the test for the socks. I already have, I think, 5 people who are testing them, and 5 or 6, and I would really love to get 2 more. So if anyone is interested in testing out this sock pattern for me, you can contact me and still join this test. And this test the deadline for the socks is the 31st of May. It's something that if you're interested in testing, you should probably know. And then I hope to get them out on the to get the pattern released at the first week of June. So yeah, so I've been doing a lot of sock crocheting. Thank you all for your lovely words. It is coming to crochet. I totally agree. I did show it last week, Angela. Yeah, I thought I did the poncho. You have that on your list, Stephanie, once it released, or you know, you can use the video tutorial. Hi, Anvita, I'm glad you all like the socks. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you, Dana, and good morning to you, and cheers to Dana. Thanks for the awesome super chat. Everyone say cheers to Dana. With all the new members and super chats, I might just get a little drunk today. Lori got 2 commissions this week, so you're mostly working on the commissions, trying to keep up with your monthly challenges. Oh, there are so many challenges going on. I have done my cowl for Seta this week, and I have done my birthstone make along this week. So those are also done. It's really hard to keep on the challenges. Andra says the closest she made to socks was Christmas tree decorations and Christmas stockings. It's a lot. There are a lot of things that are similar between the two. You should tell, I mean, crochet socks are way easier than knit socks. You know, if you know, I would start with crocheting them and then try knitting them. Thank you. I'm very happy that you all like the socks. And hello, Casey. Hi, Barb. I was just showing the socks where I used your yarn. This is the, like I said, the contrasting color here is the Night Bus color, and it was dyed by Barb from Whisper Crochet. She's in the chat right now. Good morning, Christy. Welcome in. You're lurking and making a late breakfast. Well, enjoy your breakfast. Thank you. I'm very glad you like the socks. And hello to Christy Creations. Welcome in. Socks looks great. What yarn did you use? You're busy with a pair of with bamboo yarn. So the yarns that I used are mostly superwash merino nylon blends. So this one here, like I said, it's called Birds of Paradise. It's by Little Bishes Stitches, and it's a nylon merino blend. And this is called the Caterpillar, and it is by Direwolf, this blue here, and it is 100% superwash merino. And here both of the yarns are a superwash merino nylon blend. So everyone's saying hello to everyone. You'll be in and out, you're making dinner. Okay, Barb. Totally understand. It is dinner time here. And I'm glad everyone likes the socks. All right, so if you're just joining in, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you would like to become a member of the channel, there's a little join button next to the subscribe button, and you will get a full rundown of what it means to be a member of the channel, what it takes from you, and what perks you get in return. And if you cannot see the join button, then down in the description box below, there's also a direct link to take you there. And now I would like to show you some things that our students made following my patterns, my tutorials, or different things that we did during the past week. Trudy, you're running late in the chat. Your internet is giving the wheel of doom. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't know how to solve that, but I hope it will get better. So let me show you some things, some beautiful things that were made by our wonderful students. So I will start with Jax because she's here with us, and Jaxie made my Asgard shawl. The pattern was just released this last week, I believe, and this is Jack's version of it, which is beautiful. I love the colors, and she did a wonderful job on it. So beautiful work, Jax. I put her channel link in the description box below, and you guys go and check her out because she's super cute and I love her so much. And I will show you another picture of the same shawl. Look at this. Doesn't it look amazing in those colors? I love it. And Jaxie, I know you're here with us in the I don't know if she's still here, but Jax, if you're still here, can you let us know in the chat if you color controlled it or just let the cake run as it is? Anyway, it looks beautiful, and I love how the colors got spread out along the rows. You really have like different colors in each section, and it's just beautiful. Beautiful. It's like one of those times when the cake and the pattern work out perfectly together. Claptrap, you're late. It's okay. You can always come in late. I don't scold my students. Stephanie says she got the Asgard pattern and can't wait to get onto it. Well, I would love to see it once it's done. I really love seeing the beautiful creations you guys made. I would also love to know what she used, so maybe Jax can tell us what yarn did she use and did you color control it. Very beautiful shawl, says Jana. Your son is turning 19 on Friday. Okay. So why can't he clean up himself? He's old enough. It's Mandala Chimera. No color controlling. It looks beautiful. Jax, you did a wonderful job on that. And speaking of the Asgard shawl, so Crystal from Ricola's Crochet Corner, she started hers too, and that's what it looks like so far. So I put everyone who I am mentioning today, their links are in the description box below, and you guys should totally go and check them out. If you don't know Crystal from Ricola's Crochet Corner, so she started her Asgard shawl. It looks like she has her 1.5 sections done already. And the reason I wanted to show you this one is this, I recognized the yarn. I know it doesn't sound like much, but I don't live in the US. Remember, we don't have Red Heart Super Saver stripes like you guys, but this specific colorway, Red Heart Super Saver stripes in this specific colorway that Crystal is using, I actually had it. Someone sent it to me in a yarn swap 2 years ago. So when I saw her doing it, I was like, oh, I had that yarn. I know what yarn it is. I know it's not much, but it was really exciting for me for some reason. So I had to show you guys this picture. It comes up beautiful in that colorway as well. So that is Crystal's version. And now I want to show you Catherine from Cat's Eye Catchers. She is a member of the channel, so she was with us on the last members only live chat where we made a hat together, and she finished it. This is her version of the beautiful hat that we made all together on our members only live stream. And that's, again, if you are a member and you have access to the members only live stream, then you can join us once a month where me and the members join together in a live stream where I teach a specific special exclusive pattern to the members, and we crochet it together. And this is Catherine's version. I love the yarn that she used. It's some kind of rayon blend. I think it's either rayon cotton or rayon acrylic. And Catherine, if you're here, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. But if you don't know Catherine from Cat's Eye Catchers, again, her link is in the description box below. And she is like a full-on crafter. She doesn't not only do crochet, she does beading, and she paints, and she sews, and she's like a multi-crafter, very, very talented lady. And she looks very, very cute in my hat, don't you think? So, wonderful work to Catherine. Again, all the links to the channels of the people I mentioned are down below. I don't only shout out people who have channels, in case that you were wondering. I always like to show creations of people who don't have channels, but so far everyone who sent me a picture or posted a picture somewhere is either someone who has a channel or someone who has an Instagram, and I could link them. But if you don't, I will not put you in the corner. I will show you your creation as well. All you have to do is share it with me in some way so I can see it, so that I can share it. Lacey is currently working on the Rivendell shawl, and she loves it. But you do want to make the Asgard soon. So Lacey, I would love to see the Rivendell one when that one is finished. I have only seen, to date, I have only seen, I know that a lot of people bought the Rivendell shawl pattern, but ones that I could see finished, so people who actually sent me a picture or showed the finished Rivendell on their video, there are only 2. So I would, if any of you made it, I would really love to see it. It was a very, very popular pattern when it came out. Oh, your son is in church, so that's why he does not clean up after his own party. Hello, Mare. Welcome in. I'm glad you guys all love Catherine's hat. Yeah, she made a beautiful flower to go on the side of it. Stephanie, if you're working on your channel now, once you have it up, let us know. And hello to Inga. Thank you for joining in. All right, so I did shout out. I told you guys what I was working on this week. I welcomed you all in. I told you about the terrible week that I have been having. And now we can get on to today's lesson, which is part 5, the last part of our design workshop. So if you've been enjoying this series, and if you are interested in seeing more of these kind of series where a few weeks in a row we will talk about a certain theme that you are interested in, then let me know, or tell me what are the kind of series that you would like to have. This design series was something that a lot of people have been asking me about, so I took the time to create it, and I think I did a good job because I'm getting very good feedback from you guys. So I would really love to do more of these kind of things, but for that I would need you guys to tell me what kind of subjects would you be interested in. Thank you, Lacey. Thank you for saying that. Inga, I am fine. I'm just, my mind is very preoccupied with everything that's going on back home, where my parents live, where my brothers live, and it's very, very hard for me to step away from all of that. If you missed the beginning of the chat, I was saying that I was thinking of canceling today's lesson, but eventually I decided not to, so I hope that whenever I get a little, when my mind goes a little blank, I hope that you guys will bear with me and understand that I'm not 100% here today. How did I come up with the name for the Asgard shawl? All of my designs are named after fictional or mythological places. Hence, the Sherwood Cape after, Sherwood Forest. The Bedrock Beanie from the Flintstones, Bedrock. My Sunnydale socks, which are the other sock pattern that I have, if you haven't seen these ones. So Sunnydale, like where Buffy lives. And now the new pattern is the Chester Mills socks from Under the Dome, Chester's Mill. So pretty much all of my designs have these kind of names, and the Asgard shawl was named after Asgard, the world of the Norse gods. I'm very happy that you guys love Yarniversity. And thank you for your prayers and your positive thoughts. Hello, One Virtuous Woman. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Catherine, you love the socks? Of course you love them. Well, you. I love them because of your wonderful colorways. That's the only reason they came out so nice. Wait, I'll show you. Look, so this is a Little Vicious Stitches colorway, and this is a Little Vicious Stitches colorway, and this is also a Little Vicious Stitches colorway. Do you think maybe, like, does it look like I have a slight addiction to Little Vicious Stitches? Maybe just a tiny bit. Thank you, Jana. That means a lot. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate you saying that. I try to do my best to design cute things. Sometimes it works out. Oh, talking about designs and all that stuff, there's currently a sale on the Etsy shop. It started on Wednesday, on Father's Day here in Germany. And it started on Wednesday and it's going until tomorrow. So if you're interested in things from my Etsy shop, everything on the shop is currently on sale. Everything. Whatever is on the shop at the moment is currently on sale. So, if anyone was interested in one of the patterns, now will be a good time to go and grab them. Yes, Alice, you're sensing a theme. Yeah. You're waiting on something named Vormir. Oh, that might be a good idea for the next one. Mission accomplished, definitely. Asgard is a deviation of your husband's last name. Oh, really? He was American Indian, and the American Indians are Nordic descendants. I did not know that about you, Mayor. Time for breakfast and coffee. Be back in a few. Okay, Jax, enjoy your breakfast and your coffee. All right, so it is now time to finally start the lesson. So if you haven't yet, please don't forget to hit the like button and let YouTube know that we are here. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. And after I have said all of this, we can move on to today's lesson. So today's lesson, as I've said, it will be a little shorter than the other ones, since I was planning on doing today's theme together with last week, but last week kind of got longer than I thought it would, and we didn't get to it. So we're doing it today as a separate lesson, but it actually is not that long. And today's theme, or what we're going to talk about, is shapes, and that is pretty much the last thing that we have to talk about in terms of different design aspects. When we talk about shapes, I mean shapes: circle, square, rectangle, geometrical shapes that construct pretty much each and every garment that we make. So a very good friend of mine and a wonderful YouTuber, Alicia from Little John's Yarns, and I linked her in the description box below as well, in case anyone doesn't know Alicia yet, then you should definitely go and check her out. I love her. And she's also a very good friend. And Alicia always says that if you can make a square, you can make a sweater. And I totally agree with that. Which is why I thought that this shape subject would be the perfect one to finish our entire design series. So one second, I have to open the other picture folder that I prepared for the lesson. So if you will excuse me for just 1 second. All right, now I have my pictures. So pretty much every garment that we design or crochet is made out of geometrical shapes. So even when you make a sweater that is a top down, like a raglan, like we spoke about last week, even that at the beginning you either work a circle or a square for the yoke, right? So if you work in a circle, even if the circle has a hole in the middle, yeah, it's still, the ring is still a form of a circle, right? You're still working in the round, making the increases in even spaces so that you keep the shape of a circle. So if you can make a circle, you can make a circle yoke. If you can make a rectangle, you can make a rectangle yoke, and so on. And so in terms of garments, if you can make a simple square, make 1, 2, 3, 4, put them together, and you'll have a poncho, right? Make 1, 2, 3, put them 1, 2, 3, 4, and put them a different angle together, and you'll have a oversized sweater. Make 2 big rectangles, and you will have a huge oversized poncho, or sew them vertically, and you will have a ruana. That's a lot of those garments are just simple, very, very simple geometrical shape put together. So I wanted to show you guys some examples for that and give you guys some ideas so that maybe it will, spark your interest instead of in terms of design, and inspire you to design something in a different way. Pretty much every new design that we see, something that looks like, oh, that I have never seen anything that looks like that before, 99% of the time is because someone took those geometrical shapes and put them together in a way that you haven't seen them put together before. But it's still those same geometrical shapes. It's still making a sleeve is still very, very simple to either very, very similar to either making some sort of rectangle or making some sort of cone. You know, those shapes they're everywhere in the world that we live in. So of course they are also everywhere in terms of clothing and fashion and sewing different pieces together, or even when you just make a sweater that is a one piece, or like I said before, a ruana, you're still just making one long rectangle, right? So these shapes are pretty much every different construction method that we use, we still use those shapes. So it doesn't matter if we do a raglan from the top down, doesn't matter if we work from the bottom up. If we work from the bottom up and we working around, what are we making? A tube. That's also a geometrical shape. So all these things are around us, are in our lives. So of course they are also in constructions of garments. So I wanted to show you guys a few of these examples so that we can better understand how things are constructed. But before, as I always do, I would like to ask you guys, have you noticed specific designs made out of geometrical shape which is something that you realized while you worked it? So you read the pattern and you said, oh, that is simple. That's just putting two hexagons together. Have you ever, if you ever made a hexagon blanket, then you just made hexagons and hexagons and hexagons, right? If you ever made a hexagon cardigan, then you know that it's made out of two hexagons that are then folded and put together. That is, again, a geometrical shape made into a garment. So I would like to hear from you, what kind of these geometrical shape designs have you worked in the past, and if you've noticed that in designs that you worked on. Barb is back from the kitchen. Hello, Barb. And Nancy is here. Hi, Nancy. Welcome in. On your way home from church and listening, well, have a nice walk together with us. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. And hello to Kim from Affordably Crafty. Hi to you. Welcome in too. Right. I'm waiting for my chat to move. So if you have like a delay of me being silent on your screen, I ask a question. I'm waiting to see if I get the response from the chat. But if I don't, I will just move on. While I wait a few more seconds, I will let you know that today's giveaway will be a little different. It will be a bit of a surprise. And if you haven't yet commented on last week's Yarniversity with answering the question that I asked last week at the end of Yarniversity, this is your chance to open a separate tab and go answer the question, because at the end of today's Yarniversity, I will pull a winner from last week's video. All right, so Mocha says she was making a diamond out of squares. And Kim got the box. Yay! I'm so happy, Kim. I'm very, very happy and looking forward to seeing your video. And please, once you know who it's going to next, don't forget to write me an email and let me know where it's going next, because I like to keep track on the journey of the box and making sure that it actually arrives at the person it's supposed to arrive at. Jana says she made a ball out of hexagons and pentagons, like a soccer ball. Oh, cool. It is for little children. Put a balloon inside and it keeps it from popping. Oh, that is an interesting idea, Jana. Lori made African flower motifs. Yes, they are. They are they pentagons or hexagons, the African flower? They might be pentagon. Yeah, no. African flower are either hexagons or octagons, as far as I know. Inga did not. Hi, Francie. You're here too, and you're listening while having dinner. Well, enjoy your dinner. Triangles into squares, says Debbie. And you crochet not even 1 year, you learn a lot. Well, you're in the right place to learn a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, Doris, if your screen is buffering. I hope that sorts itself out quickly. Alice made hexagons, and Stephanie has a hexagon cardigan that is an old whip, so you still didn't finish it? So you made the hexagons and let it like rest somewhere? Angela is listening while working. She has a dress to make. Using my math class to adjust the pattern. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, and I want to see that adjusted pattern once it's finished. Doris, you got the angel. I'm so happy. Wonderful. I'm glad that you like it. Francie used the link to join Hobby Family. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for everyone who is using my links for anything. I do have my Ice Yarn affiliate link in the description box below as well as all my other affiliated links, but I do know that a lot of people do order from Ice, so I would very much appreciate it if you order from Ice Yarns, if you will use my link when you shop on the website. And it only counts as an affiliated buy if you actually use my link and then go and buy. If you use my link, load up your cart and leave the website, that sadly does not count. But if you do it that way, so you press on my link and then you check out, I would very much appreciate it. I don't get rich out of it. I think I get like 2% or something like that. And you don't pay any more if you use my affiliate link, but I will appreciate anyone doing that. Oh, and if we're already talking, I do want to say thank you very much to Sheila, who apparently used my affiliate link this week or last week, and to Franti. I don't remember the names right now. I only get like a short, like I don't even get the full name. So I think it was like Franti or Franta, who used the link as well. So thank you both, wonderful ladies. I appreciate that. Lori did triangle grannies to make a girland. Oh, that is also, you know, another use of triangles. Before someone said they used triangles to make squares. Oh, Mare, you got the shawl pattern. Thank you. And you got your prize as well. I'm very happy. The DK yarn in one of your mosaic blankets you use. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm very, very happy. I'm happy you like it, and I'm happy you're using it. Lori did make a hexagon sweater. Oh, you're answering the African flower questions. Okay. And good afternoon to Sandra. Welcome in. Okay, so to everyone coming in, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not yet subscribed, I would very much appreciate it if you consider subscribing. And hello to Julie. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Okay, so we are talking about patterns that use different geometrical shapes in their construction. So we do see that in the chat we have plenty of people who have experience with using different geometrical shapes in their crochet work. So I'm very happy for that. That means that we have a common ground and we understand what we are all talking about today. Stephanie says about her hexagon cardi that she made one panel and got sidetracked. I totally get that. That happens to me sometimes. And Casey is making granny squares and triangle blankets for her baby. Or she made granny squares and triangles into a blanket. Hi, Catherine. That's okay. Don't worry about it. You didn't do well on your geometry. Lord. So So you're making a purse using African flowers. Oh, that's cool. I've seen people do wonderful things with the African flowers, all those different, you know, animals that are made out of the African flower motifs. I can't for the life of me sit down and make such a big project out of all the same motif, but I definitely have a lot of appreciation for people who do. Yes, Catherine, you totally missed me shouting you out and showing you the members only project hat that you made. I showed everyone your pictures and everybody loved your wonderful flower that you put on there. So, you know, go check out Catherine. All right, so geometrical shapes. I had some example patterns that I wanted to show you guys. So the first and the easiest is, you know, that any sweater, tunic, dress, whatever design you want to make can be made out of very, very simple rectangles put together. And one of the examples that I personally like the most is the Isabella tunic by my good friend Christelle Watts. And there it is. I have linked Christelle's Ravelry page in the description box below, so if anyone is interested, she has beautiful designs. I really like her designs, and she is a designer who designs like me, so she doesn't give an exact stitch count in her designs. She tells you how to size it to your own needs. All right, Catherine, if you have, wonderful, yeah, Catherine, if you have a chart or something on the flower, definitely post it on the Facebook group. So, the Isabella tunic by Christelle Watts. She made this tunic out of pretty much 2 rectangles and then, you know, a tube for the tunic, for the bottom part. What you see here is, can you see my marker? Yes, now you can. So these 2 parts on the top here, this one here and this one here, or on this side here, that one here and that one here, those are worked flat as long rectangles. So you work them back and forth in rows, and then you fold them in half. So over, you know, over the shoulder, and attach them here at the bottom. And then you work the skirt or the bottom part of this tunic, which is this purple part here. So, and then you just, you know, that purple part here, the bottom part is just a tube. You just work in rows, round and round, 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 round. So very, very easy construction, but a beautiful design. Look at this tunic that it's like, you know, it's like this, 2 rectangles and a tube, and you have a wonderful summer tunic. And this is why I love those kind of easy, simple designs. They can be the simplest, but still very, very beautiful, very, very striking. It's all in the color choices and the stitch, choices. You can't really see it on this picture because it's taking it pretty far away, but there is a detail in the sleeve itself. So I really, really, really love that pattern, and I highly recommend it. And if you ever get anything from Christelle's Ravelry or Etsy shop, you know, tell her I sent you. We are good friends too. She lives in Denmark. She is a Danish designer, and she actually works in a yarn store, which is like a dream, right? She designs beautiful things. She has also designed the Abigail fairy dress that I did the video tutorial for. So you probably already know her work. Jana, I'm very glad you like the tunic. Catherine already has it on her to-do list. Hello, Kim from the Crafty Nomad. Welcome in. Good to see you here. So yeah. And I have mentioned my other friend, I have many friends, Alicia from Little John's Yarn. I mentioned her before, and I told you, I quoted her, and she said that if you can make a square, you can make a sweater. So here is her version. See, she even calls it the easiest sweater ever. And this sweater is pretty much made, she has a tutorial for it on her channel, and if you're interested in the written pattern, it's on her Etsy shop, and you can buy the written pattern as well. Or follow the video tutorial on her channel. And what you make here is one big granny square, in which you actually make two, one for the front and one for the back. And then it's attached together by these two parts here, the shoulder, over the shoulders. And then you work the sleeves just like a tube in a round, you know, you work the granny stitch in the round to make the sleeves. Easy peasy, right? You can make a square, you can make a sweater, and it can look as pretty as that. And I really, really like that design because it's simple and it's stylish. That one is on your wish list too, Catherine. I love Alicia's designs. They are, you know, smart and simple. In general, if you do not know Alicia's channel, her video tutorials as well as her written patterns, they are all made this way. She sometimes says she says on her about herself she's like a lazy designer or like a simple designer. She just makes two rectangles and sew them together, or she makes a flat piece and folds it and sews it together in some way that it becomes something else. So she recently released a mittens design that is crocheted flat and then sewn together, which is, I thought, was genius, because, like, you know, all the mittens design that I've seen, they are like, they're worked in a round, you have to leave a hole for the thumb, then you have to decrease for the top, or if you do it from top down, you have to increase and again and stop and make the thumb. And hers is like, it's crocheted flat, folded in half and sewn together. Easy as that. As well as her wonderful slippers that she made. Oh my god, they are so adorable. And if you don't follow her on Instagram, you have to follow her on Instagram as well. And again, it's a piece that is made flat, folded in half, and then sewn along the lines, and you have a wonderful slipper. And she's like one of my idols in that term. Her designs are so smart, and if you can make a rectangle, then you can make her slippers. If you can make a rectangle, you can make her mittens. If you can make a rectangle, you can make a wonderful tunic or a sweater. So definitely follow Alicia. Is the sweater tailored? What do you mean? Do you mean like if there are increases and decreases? No. You find my site because of the Abigail fairy dress. You were looking for a pattern to make your granddaughter a dress. Oh, really, Stephanie? So, I mean, I know a lot of people found me through the Abigail fairy dress, but that is actually the one tutorial on my channel that is I cannot take credit for, because the amazing designer who came up with that is Christelle Watts. We are good friends, and Christelle knows that I'm a YouTuber, so she asked me to do the video tutorial for her design, and I was very happy to do it. But that is one design that I cannot take credit for, sadly, because I mean, if I could design like her. Right, Kim, that is a genius design for the mittens. If any of you ever made those mittens, then you know how amazing they are. Lacey said she made a short sleeve granny square shirt and she loved it. The only pattern you ever made twice, also from Alicia, I presume. I think I have a picture of that as well, but again, I'm not sure if I put it in the folder, because I think it belongs. I have that picture, but I think it belongs to a different live chat that I was planning, so it should be in a different folder. Okay, so oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you. But you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Geometrical shapes, they construct everything. So if you want to design your own design and you're fearing, you're not sure, I don't know how those stuff are constructed, you don't have to start with designing a raglan if it's too much. You can start with designing something that is simple, geometrical shaped put together. Now I'm gonna take you back to me, because now I am going to talk about a design that is my design. And I've shown it a few times along this design series because, well, because This is my granny square pentagon sweater. Now, once again, this is made by making two big, ginormous, or, you know, not ginormous, depending on what size you're making, granny stitch pentagons, sewing them together, and adding the sleeves, which are also pretty much just two big rectangles. Yeah, so it's a very, very, very easy design. I have a YouTube tutorial on it if you are interested, but seriously, if you can make a granny stitch pentagon, then I'm pretty sure you can figure out yourself how this sweater is constructed. So really, you don't have to start right from the beginning with your first design with something very intricate. It can be as simple as two rectangles or two pentagons, or, you know, two hexagons folded in half. Who came up with that bright idea? You know, so I really love that about garments. So we spoke about rectangles, and now I would really like to talk about circles. Circles can also be used in very, very creative ways to make different garments. Specifically for today's show, I wanted to show you two. One second, let me open a picture. All right, so check out this. This is, you know, just a random mandala vest that I pulled off the internet. You can find thousands of different versions of these mandala vests. And when we spoke about adjusting patterns and making patterns fit your own needs, I have also explained how you can take any mandala pattern and make it into a circle vest pattern. So what we see here is just that. You can see on the top picture her wearing it, how it looks from behind, and on the bottom you can see it laid flat on the ground. So you can see that it's pretty much a big circle that someone put two holes in the middle to pass her arms through, right? So as simple as making a mandala, and you have a vest. A wonderful, beautiful, stylish piece of fashion. You know, I love that. Kim says, yes, you made a red circular vest for my challenge. Yes, I remember that. And that was a beautiful vest. And I remember I really liked the color that you chose for it. And yes, it was a circle sweater. So a circle vest. So, you know, Kim is here in the chat. She can attest to how easy it is to just, this is really any mandala or even any round blanket pattern that you have. If you ever made a round blanket and you want to turn it into a circle vest, all you have to do is, once the circle is big enough that it goes from, when you put it around on your back, the top of it comes from one shoulder to the other. So you put it against your back and the top of the circle comes from this shoulder to this shoulder. On the next row, you work the row regularly, and when you get to the point where your arms are, you chain. You make a chain and you skip the same amount of stitches as you chained, and then you connect it on the next stitch and continue working regularly until you get to the other arm. And then you do the same, you chain the same amount of chains, skip the same amount of stitches, finish the circle, round regularly, and move on to the next round. Continue working the mandala just as it is written. And there you have it. Any round pattern, mandala pattern, blanket pattern, anything that is round can be made into a vest that way. And in the same way, anything that is star-shaped can be made into a vest that way. Anything that is, it doesn't matter. It can be a star with 5, 6, 8, 20 points. Star can still be a circle vest. If you have a pattern of a hexagon, octagon, I don't know what shape blanket that you want to turn into a vest, the same way. If it works in the round, all you gotta do is skip once you get to the point where it's big enough to reach from one shoulder to the next, you make the 2 armholes by chaining and skipping the same amount of stitches on the garment, and the next round you continue as normal, just as it is written. So, you know, any that will actually work with a square as well. If you ever made, you know, a from the middle square blanket, you know, the one that starts in the middle and work in rounds, like a granny square blanket, or you know, fiber spiders waffle stitch square blanket, or any of those also can be made the same way. You make the circle as big until it comes from one shoulder to the next, and the next round you do the corners, and after the corners you chain. So the corners have to be on top of your shoulders, and then you continue working regularly, and you can make a vest out of a square. Jax is back. Hi, back. Welcome back, Jax. Catherine is not fond of that design. You would feel like you'd be wasting a table. Oh, okay. Wasting a tablecloth. Oh, God. Jana, I'm glad, like, you know, somehow it always happens that you ask me a question and I end up answering it before I look at the chat again, but I'm glad I gave the answer. Looks like skipped a few rows for the arms. Again, it depends on what pattern you're making, but no, let me see if I can enlarge it a little bit so you can see. If you see here, this row, this is a row of double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and when they got to the point where the sleeve starts, they didn't chain 1, they chained a lot. So it's just one row that they skipped, this double crochet row. I don't have, I wish I could bring it up, but maybe it's easier to see this way. So you see, this is a row of double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and so on until they got here. And then they chained the entire arm length. And then on the next stitch, they did a double crochet and then continued. Chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and all the way around. Yeah. So that is, you know, any circle design can become a vest, and if you want, after you made it into a vest, you can add sleeves, and you can either attach your yarn and work 2 tubes for the sleeves, or you can work separate rectangles and sew them on as sleeves. Both work, but it's all, you know, just putting together different geometrical shapes in different ways. Yes, Francine, in a solid color it will also look very nice, which is what Kim from Affordably Crafty did with hers. She did a red one. Right. So another use of circles that I wanted to show you guys is this one. Now here is very similar to what we just saw. One second, I think it needs to be a smidge smaller. Okay, so this is very similar to the other design that I just showed you. Only here, as you can see on this picture, here you can really see how it is constructed. So here they made the mandala just as I told you guys, just as big as until right under the arm. So right when she held it against her back, one side of the top was under one of her shoulders and the other one was under the other shoulder. And then instead of continue working in a circle, they worked the rows about 2/3 of the circle around, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then in the last row here, they chained and worked the longer rows. So back and forth for another 4 rows. They finished working the mandala, and then they added this part here, this pink part that you see here, which is pretty much just back and forth rows of this pink with maybe a few more rows on each side to get this half round shape here, but you really don't have to. You can just do it straight. It's a design choice. And then all you gotta do to finish your garment is sew this part here and this part here, and you get another vest that has a circle shape, but you don't have this fold over at the shoulders. Instead, it looks like a tank top. So the construction of the garment is the same. We just make a circle and we stop when we get to our shoulder length. But then instead of continuing like chaining, making the armhole and continuing working in a circle, we only work 2/3 of the circle around. And then we add this little tiny bit here for the back. So it gives the back of the vest a different shape. It looks more, like I said, like a tank top, and it doesn't have that fold over from the third of the circle that's on top. Lacey says that one is clever. Takes the bulk off the neck. Yes, exactly. Jax likes it, and Catherine says it's clever as well. So, you know, I'm glad you guys like that design. So I thought that this is a good example of how you can make any circle into this kind of sweater as well. If you have your mandala pattern or your circle blanket, or even if you have your circle vest pattern, but you want to have it in this shape and not the other one with the fold over, all you gotta do is stop at the row that is under your shoulders and then work the next rows back and forth around instead of all the way around. It's as easy as that, right? I think it's very clever, and I hope that the explanation of how to take any round pattern that you have and turn it into something like that was clear as well, and I hope that it was helpful to you guys. Hello, Karen. Hi. Wait, I gotta say hi to Karen. Cheers to Karen. Welcome in. And Stephanie says that's a must try for her. And Debbie says thanks. The visuals help her a lot. I'm very, very happy about that. So before we move on, and we really don't have a lot more to go. I told you guys that today's lesson will be shorter. But if you just walked in, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. It does look easier than most tops, right? Maybe it will be your first adult garment. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Catherine says it doesn't look easy, but it seems so after you explained it. I'm happy. Because a lot of times, it happens to us a lot. We see a picture of a garment and say, oh, that must be very difficult to make. But when someone else breaks it down for us, just like I did now with those 4 different projects, or actually 5 different projects that I showed you guys, suddenly that very, very nice pattern that we looked at but said, oh, I'm nowhere near that level, suddenly it seems very, very easy to make. Suddenly it seems like something that we can actually do, right? So, you know, that's the point of this whole series. To get you guys to be not scared of designing, not scared of changing designs. And if you have a pattern that you don't quite 100% understand or don't quite 100% feel comfortable with, that you will have the courage to adjust it to your own needs. That is what this whole series is for. I mean, I don't expect that everyone will start designing their own, but at least some of you will start designing their own, and the other ones who will not design their own maybe will feel more comfortable adjusting patterns that are already out there. All right, so before we move on, I wanted to talk to you guys about this week's giveaway. So, like I said before, this week's giveaway will be a little bit of a surprise. A few weeks back, I had my 3,000 subscribers celebration game show. I gave away a lot of prizes, and one of the winners in the game show did not reach me to claim their prize. I already packed it up and everything, and I waited and I waited and I waited, and they never claimed their prize. So I don't know if they didn't like the prize that they won, or if they forgot, or but you know, I always say the rules are you have 2 weeks to contact me. It's been way over 2 weeks since then. All the other prizes have been shipped. Some of them have already reached their destinations. So I think that it's, you know, that calls for a forfeit. So they forfeited their winnings. Hello, Renee, welcome in. So, like I said, it's already packed and ready to go. And yes, it is in an Amazon box. You guys know that I'm all about, you know, saving the planet. I don't throw away cartons. So when I order something and it comes, I save the cartons and I use them when I send out mail. So that way I also don't waste money on buying packages and cartons. And I also don't produce waste because I reuse. So, this is already packed and ready to be shipped, so it will be a surprise because you don't know what's inside. I mean, if you were here for the 3K celebration and you've seen all the prizes that I gave away, maybe looking at this package you can try to guess what's inside, but I will not tell you. It is a surprise, so it will be a very a surprise giveaway. And you guys know how much I like to get, you know, mystery bags and mystery boxes and mystery yarn. So this will be a mystery box for one of you guys. And if you want to win this, then just as always, all you gotta do is when this video is finished, when today's live stream is done, come back to the video, come back to the replay, and comment down below. You cannot do it now because the live chat is running, and whatever you write will go in the live chat. But if you come back after the stream is over, you will be able to comment down below the video, and you leave me a comment and let me know how did you like the design series, our 5 parts design workshop, and let me know how you liked it, what you learned out of it. Did it motivate you in any way? And that will be your entry into this week's giveaway, which we will choose the winner for next week. Right? Their loss is your gain, definitely. ID again. Mystery package giveaway. Exactly. So it's a mystery box giveaway. And all you gotta do is come back to the video come back to the live stream video after it's finished and leave a comment down below and let me know how you liked our or my design series. All right. So before I move on, are there any questions that you would like to ask? Now is the time, and since I know there's a delay, I am going to awkwardly sit here in silence for a few seconds until, you know, I get the okay for you. Lori says she loves a good mystery box. Me too. I love mystery boxes. Actually, I have a few coming in the mail that I ordered from different places, some new businesses. It will be, you know, there will be mystery boxes or mystery bags unboxing videos. I personally very much enjoy those mystery boxes and mystery yarns and mystery whatever. And I also think that it's a nice way to get you guys to get to know new businesses that I find. So a few of those will be coming up in the next few days. Okay, I haven't seen any questions. So if we can move on, please, you know, give me some, you know, thumbs up or okay or I'm with you kind of thing, so that we can continue. Hi, Julie. Welcome in. Just getting here. You're late to school. That's that's okay. I mean, specifically today, because the class is shorter than usual. You probably missed most of it, but you can always come back and watch the replay. And I don't scold anyone for being late. I'm very happy the lesson made a lot of sense, and I'm glad it was helpful. Okay, so since it looks like we can move on, then the last thing I wanted to talk about is because I talk a lot about constructing garments and just putting them together in a different way, and maybe you guys remember my paper craft from last week. All right, good, you're all with me. So you guys remember this this paper craft that I made last week? A very talented paper craft where I showed you that it's all rectangles put together, and then you fold them like this and you get a vest or a cardigan base. Here you can add your sleeves if you would like. So I talk a lot about constructing garments out of different shapes. But there are also, other things like, that you crochet, like accessories, amigurumi, hats, beanies, and those are most of them are constructed out of different kinds, shapes, and sizes of tubes. The easiest example is a sock, that I just happened to have here today. Because a sock is pretty much a certain way of you start with either a magic circle or a chain in the beginning that you work around, and you work rounds of increases until it's the size that you need for it to go over the toe part of your leg, and then it's pretty much working in a tube, working in circles, one stitch in every stitch, until you get to this point here, which is right under the heel. And then I explained last week, and I spoke about this in the construction episode, where I said there are a whole of different ways to make a heel in a sock. But the point is, after you make the heel, you work a tube again to go all the way up. And even if you work the sock top down, it's the same. You start at the brim and you work the tube down all the way to the heel, and then you do the heel in whatever, I don't know, method you choose, and then you make a tube again, and then you decrease for the toe. So, if you can work a tube in a round, you can make a sock. If you can work a tube in a round, you can make a hat. You can make amigurumi. All those things, they are pretty much constructed the same way. You start with either a magic circle or a chain that you work around, and you work rounds and increases until you get the specific size that you need, and then you just keep working rounds of one stitch in every stitch until you have this tube. Baskets, for example, are constructed the same way, right? Baskets of any kind, the square baskets and round baskets and those, what are they called? Ellipsa. Oval shaped baskets, they are all done the same way. You make the increases for the base until you get the shape that you want, and then you work one stitch in every stitch around and around and around, and makes it be this tube shape. So anything, if you can make a tube, you can make bags, you can make baskets, you can make, my drawstring backpack pattern, which is a tutorial on my channel, and I'm now beating myself up for not bringing it here. I have a drawstring backpack pattern on my channel. I think it was the first ever tutorial that I ever recorded. And it is just that, you make the base, you work around, and you have a bag. So accessories, of course, are always easier to make than garments because there's a lot less construction to them. But any kind of accessories that until today you were maybe scared to try or scared to design yourself, just think about it this way. It's just working a tube. All you gotta do is choose what kind of stitch you work in. you know, cup cozies, pot holders, how do you call them? Coasters, all these stuff. That's just, you know, working in the round. You love my paper craft. I'm glad it helped you guys. Lori says one of her commissions is for a friend who sent her a picture and asked if you could make a sweater. Because of this series, you felt confident to say yes. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Lori. That makes me very, very happy. And I am looking forward to seeing a picture of that sweater when it's done. Yes, paper doll clothes, exactly. Hello, Mandela Sparkle, welcome in. And hello, Barb, you're back from dinner. We are just finishing up here. Although, if anyone knows anything about, you know, making tubes and amigurumis, it's Barb. I was just saying, Barb, that pretty much any amigurumi shape you make is increases and then working in a round, which is just like making a tube, right? So all of Barb's beautiful fairy world that she always has behind her when she comes up, it's all, you know, most of it is just working in a round around a certain jar or box, right? So I hope that this little chat that we just had about different shapes and putting them together had helped you with understanding different methods of constructing different garments and different objects that you crochet. Will be a couple of months, Lori. That's okay. I hope that I will still be here in a couple of months. Who knows? Today the world is mad. Yeah. So pretty much, if you know, I really hope that this chat we had about putting different geometrical shapes together helped you with maybe getting rid of your fear to try some pattern that you were eyeing, or to step into designing something of your own. Right, 95% of amigurumis worked in a round, and yes, Lori, definitely good luck with that. And Mocha says her biggest takeaway from the series is not to overthink the design. Exactly. Once you can see the pieces, creating new project is much easier. Yes. And Mocha, I got your email and I owe you an email back. But like I said in the beginning of today's chat, this week I have been completely absent-minded. I was not able to think or react to anything other than what's happening on the news. So I really, really hope that, you know, I can get back to myself this upcoming week and catch up on all those things that I owe you guys. Is it just me? But amigurumi is so much harder on your hands than regular crochet. Yes, Catherine, I totally get it. It's very, very small stitches. It's a tension and all that stuff. Yes. Exactly. The increased tension. I totally agree with that. Okay. So I promised you all that at the end of today's episode, there will be a new challenge to sum up all this series. But I thought that since a lot of I know a lot of people watch the Yarniversity lessons even after they are finished. I know because I see my analytics, and I know that whenever we have a live chat here on Sunday, we normally have around 40 people here live with us in the chat, but the most of the views come during the week after, where everyone who couldn't catch the live is watching the replay. And so I know that that a lot of people watch it later on, but I thought that it would be more fair if I will announce the challenge in a separate video, so that people who for some reason missed, didn't see the notification, didn't have time to go back and watch, will still know what the challenge is about. There's a lot going on in the chat all of a sudden. You want to get some old clothes and pair of scissors and look for new ways to construct garments. That is a wonderful idea, Lacey. And Mocha also feels the same about working amigurumis. It hurts her hands too. And yes, Angela, don't worry, I will not forget it. Catherine says, it definitely gave me a perspective on how to go, I guess, to go at. I'm glad you mentioned the way when crocheting the sock, and I'm relieved that you also just crochet in the round. Yes, it is. And Catherine, you can do it. I mean, I've seen your knitted stuff. You can make beautiful crochet stuff. Really, I see it in you. I have trust in you. No, Catherine, it's definitely not just you. Jana says you will probably have to do a paper craft first, but definitely visual, so you think it helps. Okay. So, like I said, this week, I will put the new challenge, a Yarniversity challenge, following this design series that we had with all 5 parts of it out. The video will come out, hopefully. Again, don't hold me to my word, because I really hope that I will have, you know, the motivation to film it this week. But if I do, then you will see it on Thursday on the channel. It will be the Yarniversity design challenge, and you will have 3 months to work on it, and we will have some amazing prizes, plural. Yes, there will be more than just one winner, and the prizes are incredible. I know, because, you know, I bought them myself. And so you want to look up for that video when it comes up this week. And I really, really hope to see as many of you take part as possible and not being scared, because the whole point is to, you know, the whole point is to step into it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be the best thing ever designed. It just have to be something that's yours. And even, you know, my first design was not perfect either. So, you know, nobody expects you to become a genius designer right away. But I just want you all to, you know, take the leap of faith. And so that will be in a separate video coming up this week. Francie said she did some knitting today. The different movements hurt your wrists as well. Yeah, sometimes you have to, you know, spice it up a bit. Can we get a few clues about what the challenge will be? I think the best clue is that it has to do with the results of this whole series. Doris says she learned numerical progression, much crochet knowledge for better crocheting results. I'm very, very happy. And I'm happy that you're all excited. And hello, Tracy, welcome in. Thank you, Debbie. Think you'll need to binge the replays. Well, you know, you have enough time to do that. Like I said, sneak peek about the challenge. After all, we are here and you want us to keep the creative juices going. Yeah. Well, like I said, it will have to do with designing something on your own, but the challenge won't be just, you know, designing something on your own. It will have very specific definition and requirements, and yeah, more than that I will not say. Hello, Bev, welcome in. Yes, I think her pressure worked. Thank you all for your prayers and your positive thoughts and positive energy, and anyone who, you know, thought about me this week. That meant a lot to me. Even if, you know, I don't always react and don't always say, it's just been a very hard week for me. So I am going to choose the winner from last week's Yarniversity. You guys want to come with me? I will remind you that I did last week on Yarniversity ask a specific question. The question was regarding... sorry, one second. I cannot find my internet window. So, like I said, absent-minded, right? So I asked a very specific question, and the question was, which one of the methods that we spoke about are you most excited to try or would like to try following a pattern or design one of your own using one of those methods. So if I'm going to go to the random comment picker and pick up the comments and all that, but if the comment that comes up has nothing to do with the question that I have asked, then I will have to choose a new winner. So I hope that you all understand that. And once I have, you know, a comment that has to do with a question that I have asked, that person will be the winner and I will announce them as the winner. So let me take you guys with me to the YouTube random comment picker, and I already put in the URL up here, and I already filtered duplicate comments, and let's get the comments. And there are 18 comments on last week's video. So let's start. And we have Lacey, and Lacey said she looks forward to using the yoke top-down method to make a top. Also have an idea in her mind of a jersey style top, and she's trying to decide on the best way to go about the construction. Well, Lacey, that definitely does count as an answer to my question, so congratulations to Lacey. Cheers to you. You are the winner of last week's giveaway, which was this wonderful project drawstring bag and the teacup to go with it. So cheers to you. Yes, Barb has been distracting me with yarn this week. I'm very happy that I inspired so many of you, Lacey. And everyone's anxious for the challenge. I'm very happy for that. Yes, Mayor, things that are going on in the world are terrible right now. I just felt, you know, really bad this week since, you know, the place, the country where all my family lives, they just finally stepped out of Corona. Everyone there, I think 80% of the population in Israel is already vaccinated, and yeah, and then they get war. So that was very, very sad for me. So yes, congratulations to Lacey. And I mean, Lacey, I already have your address, but please still email me to claim your prize, because especially this week with all, you know, the absent-minded thing going on, I don't want to, you know, forget or let it fall between the chairs. So, you know, email me with your address, even though I have it, just so that I won't forget, okay? All right, so like I said, sorry, not sorry, but you know, the lesson today was shorter than normal because it was just sort of like leftovers from what we didn't get to last week, but I did want to bring this design series to an end, and I hope that you guys can all forgive me that I'm not, you know, continuing here talking, taking questions and so on, but like I said, this really is not the right day for me. So I hope that I will see you guys all here next week. Next week, we are out of our design workshop series, and we are going to start, not start something new. We'll have a new Yarniversity topic, which will not be a series. It will be like a 1 week lesson just like we had before, and it will be something fun and light to take, you know, a little bit of the pressure of the design series off. And also because I already anticipate that during this upcoming week I will not have a lot of time to sit and research things, so I hope that you guys will join me for, you know, a kind of funny, light weight Yarniversity next week. And I don't know if I will see you guys on the YouTube hauls this week because I don't know if I'll be there, but there will be at least one video coming up this week, hopefully two. I hope I can get back to my regular schedule. But I do appreciate all of you being here, supporting, you know, posting on Facebook, reaching out. It was very nice to getting some of your messages this week from all the people who said they were thinking about me and asking what's going on or if I know what's going on. That meant a lot to me, so thank you all for that. Catherine says she absolutely loved this series. I'm very, very happy. And Stephanie says, have a great day. And thank you for the thoughts and prayers. And yeah, thank you, Barb. Tracy has a question. When you see someone wearing something crochet, you want to try and make a copy. Is there a copyright rule? A copyright rule on someone else's design? Well, I'm not sure what you mean. If you see a design and you want to make something that's like that, but not by the pattern, there is no like rule about that. You can totally, I don't want to say rip off because it's not rip off, but like rip off the pattern, as long as you don't, like, you know, try to sell it as yours. I mean, I don't think there's an issue. I mean, to make something off of a picture, there's no rule about that. Have you seen Rihanna this week wearing her crochet dress on Instagram? There has already been, I don't know, I personally have seen at least 20 knockoffs of this dress of like different crochet designers who saw her wear it and said, I want to make a Rihanna dress. And, you know, let's you see the Bernie mittens and all the, you know, all the things that came out as a result of. No, there is no rule of copyright about, you know, making something that looks like something you saw in a picture. But if you try to, you know, design it and sell or rip off someone's pattern and sell that pattern, that's on the verge there. But copyright laws regarding crochet are very, very vague. Sadly, that is a very wide open subject. And that hurts a lot of crochet designers, sadly, but the law says that, you know, if you change one stitch in the pattern, you can already call it your own pattern, and people take advantage of it. I personally have come across an example for that week, not with one of my patterns, but the pattern of a very good friend of mine. And, you know, eventually the designer, I mean, we all commented, eventually the designer didn't want to be considered a ripoff, so she took down the pattern design, but it does happen. And not all the designers will say, oh, I don't want people to think I rip off someone else, so I'm taking it down. There will still be people out there who will say, I don't care, so I make money off of it. Thank you, Lacey, for your prayers, and hello, Veronica, welcome in. See you next Sunday. See you next Sunday, Angela. Thank you for your hugs. Hugs to you too. And yeah, I'll see you all next Sunday. See you, Doris. Yes, Catherine, next week's is members only chat. The members only chat is before Yarniversity. So the members only chat is at 2 p.m. our time, you and my time. And the Yarniversity is at 6. So the members on, I think it's 2, it might be 3, but check with me later when I sit in front of my other computer. But the members only chat will be before Yarniversity. So we'll do members only and then Yarniversity. Even though it's hard right now for you, you are looking fabulous. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kim. And thank you very much for the thoughts and prayers. Copyright is getting a pattern from someone and try and sell it as your own. Yeah, that is definitely illegal. Mimic is a big compliment. Yes, but not all designers see it as a compliment. I mean, some designers take it personally. You're welcome. I hope it helped. I mean, like I said, there is nothing against seeing something in a picture and making one of your own. You can even write up a pattern following your own design. But if there is already a written pattern out there and you have the written pattern and you're literally copying that pattern and selling it as your own, that is definitely illegal. But if you work off a picture and try to write it down for yourself, and then whatever you wrote down, you sell that, that can be 100% your design. Sadly, that's just the way the copyright law works. Copyright law. Thank you very much for your prayers, and I'm glad you all are looking forward to next week. Thank you. All right, so I will now say goodbye to you all. And if you have, any questions during the week, you can always reach me on, as I've said, Instagram, Facebook, Gmail. My email is all the time in the description box below. Remember, I said if anyone is interested, I'm still looking for 2 testers for this pattern, the sock pattern. And also 2 or 3 testers for the Mommy and Me poncho. So if you're interested in testing any of those, you can message me this week as well. And if you make anything using any of my tutorials, using any of my patterns, using anything that we talked about during Yarniversity, then, post it on our Facebook group. If you post it on Instagram, tag me. I want to see the stuff, and I want to shout you out in the beginning of the Yarniversity every week. So, just make sure I get it. You can even email it to me. I really, really love to see what you guys make following the things that we discuss together. Makes me very, very happy. There's a channel, Crochet O'Clock, that has a video about copyright. Oh, that's very useful. Thank you, Francie. I'm going to have to set an alarm clock for next week. Yes, Mocha, definitely do that. Next week's, like I said, all your members, next week, the members only live chat is right before Yarniversity, and we will be making that super poncho that I showed you last week. So if you want to do that, join us in time. And hugs to you all, and thank you very, very much for being here. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Yeah, and thank you all very, very much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.